So whether you're overlanding, camping in a tent, or boondocking, or any case where you need to conserve energy, we're going to show you devices and which device is actually best for conserving energy. So, you see these hot plates, they do a really good job of conserving energy compared to a standard hot plate. They're about 18% less energy use for these types of cookware compared to a hot plate. So we know these are better, but are these better than one of these? So these are all built in to 1 unit hot plate, like cooking pot. So we're going to compare 3 cups of boiling water in this and 3 cups of boiling water in this to see how much energy use this device uses compared to this. Now, if you use this, there's other options to fry also, and I'll show you that later on. But we're trying to see if we're boiling water, what conserves the most energy, what uses the least amount. So let's get started on this. So I'm going to put 3 cups, and I have a measuring device here, 3 cups of water that's room temperature in here. And we have a little device here to tell us exactly how many kilowatt hours we're using on this device. So let's put 3 cups of water in it. Exactly 3. Okay. And we're going to plug it in and see what kind of, how much energy this thing uses to get this 3 cups of water to a boil. So we're going to start sucking it down right now. And what I like about this one is it keeps everything at low wattage. So if there's cases where your RV or your device has a 1200 watt power inverter, you can use this. Now I know this is much more. This is 1800 watts of a power inverter, so it can easily handle all this. But I like this because my RV has a 1200 watt inverter, and as you can see right now, it's 680 watts of power use. So it's heating up that water, 680 watts. It's not going to draw a hard hit on your power device. And right now we're going to see, to get it to boil, how much kilowatt hours, how much power is this thing going to draw down compared to this. I got a feeling, I'm kind of hoping this is going to draw less. If it doesn't, then this is going to go bye-bye, and this is going to be my main for everything. But I really have a feeling that because this is so self-contained, the heat device is part of it, that this is going to draw lower wattage. So let's find out. I do want to add 2 points to this. So this one has a low setting too. So if you need to kick it on low, it'll only use 200 watts of power for keeping something warm. So it does have a nice option for that. And another thing too is I really think that this is going to heat it up much, much faster. So if you're looking for, speed, I think that you're going to get a little more speed out of this, but I don't think you're going to get much of a difference between speed. This is going to heat up pretty quick, and this is going to heat up just a little bit quicker. So we are at 4 minutes, and it is at a roaring boil. So 0.08 is the kilowatt hours to get a boil of water using this. Now I'm going to reset everything. Okay, so it's reset, and now I'm going to add 3 cups of water to this one. Exactly 3 cups. And to be fair with this test, I got a pot that was designed for this induction stove. That way we can get a really good test on this. So let's turn this on. I'm going to reset the stopwatch and start. Right now we're using 747 watts of power, and we're going to see how many kilowatts of power it's going to use up. I did want to add that the water I'm testing with is the exact water for each one. So both of them have the same exact starting temperature of water. And the water is a little bit about room temperature. So it's not super cold, not hot. So we are there. I used 0.10 kilowatt hours. So about 20% more power this one took. I got it to a roaring boil, just like the other one was. Actually, I think the other one was boiling a little more. So the final result was 0.11 for this. So what does this all mean? This means that this style of stove for saving wattage, even though it's 20% more efficient than a hot plate, it's still about, almost 30% less efficient than this pot. And what's the pros and cons of this? Well, this pot, it can hold a little bit less than this pot. So size-wise, it's still holding a ton of water. I would say this size of pot is probably 8 cups of water. So I can hold 8 cups of water in this. But efficiency-wise, this thing's almost 30% more efficient than this. And what's the reason why it is? Well, this device has the hot plate device directly embedded into the container. So the pot, everything is self-contained, one piece to heat everything. And because everything is tied together, designed well, then your heat is going to go directly into the water. So I think that's why this is such a great design. Now, don't get me wrong, these are good. They're better than hot plates, but they're just not as well for saving wattage as this. Now, another cool thing is if you had one of these, you'd have to have a pot and you'd have to have a frying pan. So you'd have to have a pot, frying pan, this. So it's a lot of stuff sucking up space in your RV. Now, I know probably everybody already has a frying pan in their RV, so it's kind of like you don't really need to include that on it. But this case, you can get one of these and this, and you have the same cooking capability as this on top of this, and this pot will equal that. And I guarantee you, this is going to fry food a lot quicker than this and that tied together. And the wattage you're going to save, because this is, you can see the heating element is part of the pan itself. So this is going to save you a ton of wattage, just like this is saving a ton of wattage. So the story behind it all is, even though these induction cooktops do save you, save you about 20% less electricity usage than a hot plate, these types of devices that, are all self-contained, you got a lid for it, the pot, these types of devices are going to be better for you for boondocking, overlanding, even general camping if you use one of these little power stations. So these are going to save you from draining this battery down very fast. And as you can see, it's about 25-30% less energy using these than that. So that's pretty much it. That's all I want to say is, everybody talks great about these induction cooktops, and they are really good. They are better than a hot plate, but people don't really know about these, types of devices. And I just want people to know that these are more efficient. They draw less wattage, and they're just better for this type of camping. So that's it. And again, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe, because you all make this happen.